Okay, today we have an interview with Pedro Camacho, and he is the composer for the sounds by Star Citizen and Squadron 42. Hello, Pedro.
Hello, Rem. How are you?
Fine. I hope you're
Great.
doing well this late time now.
Yes, it's all very good. Thank you very much for spending some time to speak with me. I'm sorry about yesterday, but I'm very glad to be speaking with you. Thank you very much.
I'm also said thank you very much to have that time for us for Star Citizen News
Uh,
Radio, and
no,
we're
it's a
quite happy
pleasure.
to have that. Yeah.
No,
So
it's really a pleasure. It's really a pleasure to be
yeah,
speaking.
luckily we managed to do that.
No, it's very good.
Yeah.
I feel lucky to be able to speak with you and everyone.
Yeah, and it was quite interesting how we met us, right? Because we didn't met us through the official ways, let's say like that, from through CIG, because we share both, how to say, an interesting thing that we love to do, and this is to compose music.
Yes, that's right. It's very good composed music.
Yes.
And music is actually a fuel for my life. To be honest, I I couldn't imagine being alive without making music.
And and
It's
for you,
like
it's a full time, right? A full time job is for you.
it's basically full time. Yeah, it's basically full time. It takes a lot of work to do to compose and to create music that really, try to push the envelope. Not saying that that's at least what I try to achieve. I try to push the envelope in the scoring and in the worldwide scoring of films or games, and try to bring an extra magic to the project. That's what I. It takes a long time to try to achieve that. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. I can only confirm that when I do it, as I do it more for my hobby composing, but I also see that it's quite amount of time that it used to do that, and especially when you're not so used to it every day to do it, like you now, it's much more taking time
Mhm.
from my side. So I can well
Yes,
understand that.
yes. It's very curious that the more you do composing it is like being an athlete. The more you compose,
Mm.
well, the faster you compose, but also the quicker you do, the faster you are to detect the small details you want to improve,
Hmm.
and and also that's a side effect of composing a lot. You always try to go further. So, but yes, at some rate you get faster. Of course, you get faster with time. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. So, what exactly is your particular role at CIG in that case?
Well, I am the person they've been asking to do the music for everything until now. So that's my role.
Until
I
now.
yes, until because it's because while Chris Roberts believes in my vision, and I do believe he's very happy so far,
Hmm.
and he obviously there's a saying in Portuguese. It's like when the team wins, you don't have to change it, and so far it's been a winning bet for Chris, I believe. It's been a very really fun ride for me, and I think the project is wonderful. So it's very inspiring to do the music. But I believe I have been able to push the project a bit further. At least that's the feedback that I. We've got a wonderful team of professionals working in the game, and that's a bit of the feedback I've been getting from all the studios. They hear my music and they message me, which has been very heartwarming for me, because it also helps me to keep composing with more enthusiasm and with more dedication.
Hmm.
And they really enjoy it, and they inspired. And my music has been inspiring their art. In, and it's curious because their art inspires me, and then they hear my music and they tell me, "Oh, your music has been inspiring me a lot." So it's very good when that happens.
And it's not only them they're inspiring, so it's also us that
Oh,
inspire as well. That's of
thank you.
course.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I am glad
Especially
you.
the advertisements and so on, the advertisement songs and so on. They're quite interesting. And also
Oh,
in the Arena Commander itself.
yeah. During the commander is that you hear the title. Are you referring to the music that is in launch right now?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The new music, yeah, yeah. That's a work in progress. A very short work in progress of the full theme for Arcade Commander.
Oh, okay.
Actually, so they placed it immediately because they enjoyed it as it was, but it's really far away from what I want. Seriously far
So
away.
it's a work in progress, you say. It's
Oh
there.
yes, completely.
Hey,
It's a complete.
but it's quite nice to hear,
It's
especially when it's
it's
work in progress.
well. Thank you very much, but it's really a work in progress. The orchestration is not complete. The amount of music is very short. It's very just a small bit, just the introduction, and there's no.
Kind of loop.
Yeah, it's very small. So, but I was very happy that people still enjoyed it as it was. But there is more to come, and I hope you enjoy it. Actually, I have it right now. I have it done, except the ending,
Oh,
which
okay.
which has been a bit. I still haven't found the right idea for the ending. Um, for you to know that is the only music that you will hear in Star Citizen that is old school sci-fi. Why? Because it was a homage to the old school sci-fi scoring. Since Arcade Commander is like a homage to the old Wing Commander,
Oh, okay.
and so because of that, this was a last minute decision. I proposed to Chris Roberts, and he really enjoyed the idea because we had futuristic modern music for Arcade Commander all the way. But then when I saw the Arcade Commander, I say, "Wow, this makes me think about the old
So
music."
yeah, they
And
have a bit
so
nostalgic in it.
yes, completely, and so it starts with like a small homage to Wing Commander, and then it goes into a homage to movies that I really enjoyed in my life, like John Williams scores, like the scores for The Last Starfighter, and Superman as well. I don't know why, but I also always think about Superman when I think about Star Citizen.
About the
Uh,
heroic part, or what
about
exactly?
about because when you're given the opportunity to go inside a ship and fly through the stars, it's kind of like what Superman does, right? You're being Superman in some kind of way. So
Ah,
that's
okay, yeah,
why
yeah, I got it, yeah.
that's why, for example, in the 300i commercial, if you hear the director's cut down in the middle, there is a part where I'll try to find it right now, but there's a section in there where I quote three notes from the Star Citizen theme. So I'm sorry, from the Superman theme, like a small. I will try to find it
Okay,
in a second,
but
and I'll.
then you did it very well because it's the whole ambience of the sound was quite smoothing. So I didn't
Yeah,
recognize it. So
I
maybe unconsciousness, but not really as per se.
let's hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Now,
Yes.
yes.
And so
A little
that
Easter
was
egg.
yes. It's I like to play some small bits of charm in the music I write, and I don't like to write music just for for accomplishing something. I like to also try to bring inside it some personal detail that
Mm-hmm.
only people that actually speak to me or search enough, they will find it. There's another music that it was released with a very poor mixing that will be released soon with the final mixing I'm doing right now. which is called The Majesty of Space. In the music.pack file, it was called Open Space or something. And the start has 3 notes, and I will play it to you in a French horn right now. I don't know if you heard this at some point. So this is a very important theme for me.
It's kind of opening theme, yes.
Yes, and you see there's a G and there's a high D for the horns, which is very difficult to be played. And then the final note of this sequence, which is the most important, is the B. And I will show you the start of this so you can understand a bit more how this comes up, and then you can hear the interest of this. Let me show you just the start.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay.
That's wonderful, yes. And you know what is funny about that?
What?
As soon as I hear it, as you told me before, Superman, I had now in my mind Superman in the cornfield looking at the stars, you know,
Exactly.
and thinking
Exactly.
about his old planet, you know, and stays there, and the sun goes
Well,
down in the back.
Exactly. And I will tell you a bit more about this. Is a very short part of this. This is one of my favorite tracks for Star Citizen. You will hear it when you're exploring open space, and one of the tracks. But this was the most special track for me, and I will tell you why. What I thought about this when I composed was when I thought when I was a child, I was a kid, and I looked at the stars. I always look at the stars a long time for a long time, and I imagined how would it feel to be up there. So this was like a reach for the stars. But in this theme, this B note that I played to you is very important. And it's very important because it's the initials of my son Bernardo.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why he's and so it's a very it's very curious, because when I knew when my son was still a very small bunch of cells, and the first day I heard his heartbeat, that was the day I contacted Chris Roberts, and I contacted Chris Roberts because I heard his heartbeat, and it was really a long shot when I contacted him, but that's how it all started. So I had to have a very important theme where the B was really crucial to the music, and this is it. This is the majesty of space. So it's like I think of myself when I was a child, and I think of my child as well when I compose. So this was this is a theme of the dreamer, perhaps. Maybe you can call it that way. And it's very simple. It's very simple. It's just, it's just a G major chord. Nothing else. It's just that. So you can. Those are just two of the details that I've been placing in the music with Star Citizen.
Yeah, so that's really the music dictates your life. It looks like.
Oh yes, of course it dictates, and if you don't put something of yourself into whatever you do, I doubt people when they hear it, they will feel it as something of their selves. That's what I believe.
That's really great. That's really great. And let's make a pause here in between, and we hear one of your songs, and after that, we will continue with the nice enhanced evening. about Star Citizen themes and so on. So the space and so on. Do you get inspiration from other composers, from, as you say now, from yourself a little bit, or do you lean to something already well known from the old one, the nostalgic one, but make it in a new way?
As you know, I'm also a classical composer, so I have my a bit of my musical language already formed, and it's based on composers like Josquin des Prez, music from the Renaissance. It was before Bach existed, which is a kind of music I really like. I studied a lot of it. It's funny because it was the music that existed before the rules of harmony were created. So it's very liberating to hear that kind of music. Because once Bach came in, the rules of harmony were created. We have the harmony books. They are all based in basically what in Bach's interpretation of what harmony should be, which is a really great interpretation. However, music is not only the interpretation Bach did. And we tend to hear in music from films and from games only to hear the music according to what Bach decided. And people that will be hearing will probably be thinking, but if you learn jazz or that kind of stuff, you have a more advanced harmony. Well, I'm a jazz pianist myself. I love playing the piano with jazz. I play in live gigs as well.
Oh, well.
Yeah, and it's funny that all the harmony that jazz uses, even the most advanced stuff, I haven't found anything until now that Bach haven't done yet back then. So when I speak about Renaissance music, is really about thinking of music in a different way, in a less vertical way, which is a more harmony and a melody, and in a more horizontal way. And that's probably how my music is. My music is like a mix of both worlds, perhaps, not too Renaissance and not too Bach. It has a mix of both things. But in terms of orchestration, I really try to go. It depends on the mood of the track. If we are more into a sentimental thing, I don't know who I am similar to, but I know composers I really admire. I really admire John Williams, Ennio Morricone.
And yes, this one I like too, Ennio Morricone.
Yes, Morricone. Sorry, if I pronounced it
it's no
poorly. Those are probably two big references to me. There's another composer I really like, which is a younger one, which is Dario Marinelli. It's a very good composer as well. He's also Italian. So there are other composers that I really love about their music, like Debussy, Ravel. Those probably are two of composers I really admire as well.
Okay.
So once we go into the more action-packed scenes, I really look into, I get inspired a lot by stuff that Hans Zimmer has done. And
Hans Zimmer, okay, that's quite a reference to, yes.
yes, it's a very good reference. It's interesting that usually classical composers really don't really hate Hans Zimmer. In fact, they think
of course.
Actually, I'm a classical composer as well. I have concert music, and I have more concert music commissioned right now to compose. And one of the great things that Hans Zimmer has done is that he created a new kind of music with the orchestra. And that's something that almost no composer has done ever in his lifetime.
That's true. Yeah.
Even John Williams, which is a composer I really admire, I really think his musicianship is incredible. You can find resemblance of his musicality, probably because he was he studied a lot, of course. But you can hear resemblance of his music on music from Gustav Holst, for example, in The Planets, which was a direct inspiration for his Star Wars soundtrack. Is actually very similar. But of course, it doesn't. I must underline this part, which is there's a resemblance, because John Williams used that style and made it very special in his own way, of course. But Hans Zimmer is very special because of that. I try to use what I like about him in terms of action scores, and try to bring into my world a lot. Obviously, the harmonic progressions have nothing to do with the things that Hans Zimmer probably would do, and probably my melodies are much different. But I like his spirit, and his way of using the orchestra is very, very interesting.
My personal favorite is also that tries to do new ways to do is Thomas Bergersen, an example from Two Steps from Hell. I like
Yes,
quite what he tries to do in a new way to bring the classical in a, how to say, in another tempo, in another combination with other
yes,
things. It sounds really also bombastic, epic every time then afterwards.
yeah, that's something I'm avoiding with the Star Citizen, because Thomas Bergersen is a great composer. He was very I really admire his musicality. However, the music as a composer by himself, even though I'm telling you this, and he's an extraordinary composer, but I feel he's still finding himself as an artist in terms of what he wants to say, because his music, although it sounds bombastic and great, there are a few tracks that I can feel something that is unique, but many times he's composing trailer music, which is what it is. It's music to be how can I say?
To be hooked on it, to be action.
Trailer music is music that tries to bring certain cliches that we know from the music, and bring those cliches that were used in very strong points in a long piece of a composer, and then try to place them in a very short time so people can relate one thing to another, and give it a more bombastic sound so it can feel overwhelming to the listener. I personally think you heard that music I showed you here. This is not a trailer music at all. This is
no, it sounds different, yes.
I prefer when music is small and it grows into something, just like a child. I believe that music is like creating a child. This is what my composition teacher, my first composition teacher, which was an Argentinian maestro, he's Roberto Perez, and he once told me, Pedro, when you create your music, it's like growing a child into the world. And once it's created, he must be able to defend by itself. And with this in mind, I believe music should, just like a child, should start with a small seed and grow into a big tree. For example, when you hear the music from Schindler's List to
yes.
See that it starts small and grows, and then when you get to the highest point, you feel something, you become in ecstasy, and I believe that's what music is made for.
You get into it, yeah.
It's to take you into that world with no rush. Mm-hmm. So that's something I'm trying not to do with the Sarzin's score. I don't want it to be bombastic, even though we will have bombastic moments. But I want it to be. Yeah. I want it to grow, and when you're playing, you almost don't notice it's there until a certain moment you realize, well, there's something that making me really like being here, and you don't identify it immediately. Probably if you would place the trailer music from Thomas Bergersen, probably it would stick out a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm. So it must be then a part of you afterwards. So when you are in there in the game, it's in the unconsciousness in it that you feel it afterwards. So you feel first before you hear it afterwards. So in that case,
yes. That's what I try to.
That's not easy to do.
No, it's not easy at all. I want to be subtly efficient. That's what I'm aiming. Yeah. I'm hoping it will be. And if you see film scores, the great film scores are the ones that you, unless the composer wants to, you don't even hear the music. You understand what I mean? You don't hear it unless you want to. But it's not being splashed in front of your face.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's why this was the reason why I started to compose as my hobby. Because when I did theater pedagogics, so I learned also the other way to see movies, not only because of enjoyment, also to analyze the characters and so on, and also find out that the music can really help, or when it's not there, really lose the whole situation and moment. So there I find out that it's quite important and quite interesting when you use music, how you can also bring feelings into a person in it. And this is that why I started also to enjoy this.
Oh yes, yes, yeah. Music is really, really important. So I'm trying to give Star Citizen a very film feel. I want the score to feel like more like a film than actually like a game score. I'm not saying that game scores are worse or better.
It's a different type to do it, yeah, and then different feeling afterwards. And I think Star Citizen is more that what also Chris Roberts says, the immersion. You would like to live in it, like in a movie. You live in it,
yes,
and not play
right.
one level and then the next level.
Yes, it's I don't want it to have game over. Dun, 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 dun. That's not the kind of thing I'm hoping. I don't know if I will be able to achieve everything I want in the project, but at least I want to work very hard towards that goal. That's what I want.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Some church behind. We have some nice sound.
Oh, yeah, there's a church.
Yeah, no problem. Another question also, what kind of instruments you are using to compose the music?
Well, the music for Star Citizen is being recorded with the real orchestra, all of it.
Yeah, so, afterwards. But I mean, you yourself, when you are doing that.
Oh, when I'm doing it, I use what all modern media composers do, which is a keyboard, a MIDI keyboard, and then I use this like a DAW. In my case, I use Cubase. Mm-hmm. and I use with virtual instruments and like the usual thing, and they
so with Contact 5.
Yes, with Contact, yes, many contacts, really many contacts, and they give me a nice sound. I'm trying to see it's sometimes when I'm not playing with them for some time, sorry, the samples go down sometime. It's always like this because I haven't played a lot for a long time with them. Okay, let me just try to do something.
That sounds like the East-West.
Well, it's
live.
Yeah, well, but this was a very. I'm playing it in the most terrible possible way because I'm just using without legato. So if we use legato, it sounds much better. Like, for example, I'll play the shallow. Not very good, but
that was wonderful.
An idea.
That was really
gives you an idea.
I would be happy if I can do that out of nothing, So, by the way,
no, this is let's see if I can. No. I forgot about it. Oh my God, this is embarrassing.
Nah, no problem,
Yeah.
no problem.
Well, that's it.
How you can say that's marvelous.
Oh, thank you.
Play it right that way. Oh, I would love that to do this.
Those are the chamber violins. So you have, symphonic violins as well. And when you combine them into something, let's see if the samples are now loaded. They're still not loading. They're still loading. Because I don't know what is happening.
Yeah, the VSTs are still loading, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's because I'm playing everything at the same time. It's not very, very clever. But
that's why I have also 32 gigabytes.
Oops, I played the wrong note on there. Anyway.
As I said, that's no problem.
I have 176 gigabytes of RAM.
Wow, okay, I have only 32, but I don't use so much tracks.
Yeah, I have the full orchestra and 5 in surround, so it's
okay. No, I'm using also Cubase and Contact.
Yeah, the horns are very good. These horns are very good.
You have to tell me then afterwards which VST that is.
Yeah, sure, of course, no problem. It's okay. It's very.
I have also some, but yeah.
No, but of course, it's having good VSTs is not what will make you do good music.
No, but it helps also.
Yeah, it helps to give an idea what you're aiming for in the music, but it doesn't actually.
No, it doesn't do the music for you afterwards.
Of course,
that's not. No, but at the beginning I used also the normal Cubase integrated stuff, and I was not so happy with that afterwards. It sounded too clean, too not really real.
Well, what was the library? Sorry, and didn't.
The one from Cubase itself that came.
No,
this was quite.
Yeah, no, that's very, very bad. No offense, Cubase. Cubase is excellent, but not the libraries. They ship with it. You need to get other stuff. Also, I use and of course there's the mastering part. You should be able to master a little bit what you do. So. I personally like Sonox a lot, so that's probably the plugins I use for the mastering, for EQing, limiters, and some eventual compressors if needed.
Yes.
So that's what I use. So that's it.
I bought also for some months ago from Eduardo Tarilonte also some libraries. He has also good libraries for ambience and so on. That's
Tarilonte is a very good friend of mine for a long time.
Oh, okay.
I actually know him for, I don't know, many years, really many years. And he's for me, he's the most talented guy doing samples with magic inside them.
Correct.
Especially in terms of ethnic and vocal libraries. Very good.
Correct. I took the Elfish one, the Elfish
very
package.
good.
This was quite impressive also, I have to say.
It was very good. It was very good. Really very good.
let's make a pause here in between and we hear one of your songs, and after that we will continue with the nice enhanced evening.
Ask me a new question. I'm talking a bit softer because of my son.
Yeah, that's no problem. The other questions I had was also, do you have also some other projects besides for composing for CIG?
I have a new project coming up, but I cannot discuss it right now. But I think it's very good because it's based on a very, very popular TV show, a TV series. Very, 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 very popular.
So this time more on the TV side, not on the game side.
Actually, it will be in a game again, but it's based on a very, very popular TV series.
Ah, okay.
So
we can guess. Okay.
I also have I also worked recently on Witcher 3.
Witcher 3? Oh.
Yes. I wrote some music for it. And I also have a small film coming up. And I have a big classical music commission coming up for 2018. It's a very, very big... Okay. Yeah, very big thing. It will be cool.
So quite busy as it looks like. Mm-hmm.
Oh well, I think there's some work to do. It's good.
Some work to do. It sounds so easy.
No, I also have TV commercials that I do, so that's also. Which is great. I like doing it, and I work with fantastic directors, and try to do a bit of everything in every side.
Yeah, it keeps some fresh.
Yeah,
And
it gives the perspective.
Correct, and inspirations also.
Yeah, I think so. And by the way, the libraries that you heard before,
Yes.
they're from Spitfire Audio.
Spitfire Audio. Okay, my guess was more now the East-West instruments.
Well, they are very good as well, but not the symphony, the new orchestra, the Hollywood strings and the Hollywood brass.
Yeah.
They are very good as well.
Yeah, I hear that, but I never tested them since now. Yeah.
But I kind of preferred to stick with with the contact side. So I think the best is really Spitfire Audio. So
okay. The last VST I bought was they're called Action Strings. You know them?
Yeah, well, it's I don't like to use that kind of because that is they are phrases, they are pre-made phrases, so it takes out a bit of the fun of composing for me. Yeah. I like to write each note, but it's good for you to.
Helps for me quite a lot, yeah, to have a base. How to say that? Something that I can build on it.
Yes. But sometimes when you're in a rush, a library like that is good. It's good to have. I don't have it, by the way, but I feel yes, it can be interesting.
And it's very well done. It's really easy to handle, also for me as a quite a beginner.
Yeah, it gives you immediately a very good sound, right?
Correct. Also a question. When you do the work, you do it all at home, or you have also to go to CIG to do some parts, or especially to record then with the orchestra?
Yeah, to record, I have to go to where the orchestra is playing. Mostly I do it from my studio, I only been with the team once when they were all together in Manchester. They came from all the world, and I was there with them for some days, which was important. It was good to meet people. They are very nice people. I like being with them.
Oh, that's quite nice when it's a good atmosphere and so on. Helps a lot.
Yeah, that is very nice. They're very nice.
Is it safe to say that when you record that, you do that with Peter Polinianik, right?
Yes, it has been the only orchestra I've used so far is from Pedro Camacho, and he's a very good orchestra. He's a very good.
He's really a very nice. Good conductor. Yeah. Yes, some parts.
Yeah, I like his work a lot, and yeah, so I was very pleased with the orchestra. It was a very good choice for for the most epic part, at least. It's
they are specialized in that.
Yes. The faster parts. They're very good. They're really good players.
I see there right now a picture. You sitting in this violet seats, and
it's the cinematic hall that he uses. Very nice, a very nice hall, very nice sound.
Yeah, it's quite remarkable. Also, when you directly recognize it, with this all violet and pink stuff.
Yes, a very beautiful hall, very beautiful actually. And I enjoyed being there, and it was very nice, all very nice.
And from the music and the sound, you're only doing now the music itself, the sound, or you also the sound effects and so on?
No. I just do music in everything I do. It's already to make good music. You need to really use all your energies to do the music. If you start making sound effects, and then you will lose focus, and you will never be extremely good in music, in my opinion. Same way goes to the sound effects. If you want to be really good at sound effects, which is extremely hard, you really need to dedicate all your time and energy to the sound effects, which is awesome. I I love sound effects. But I prefer music.
Yeah, it's that what you do.
Yeah, of course.
And also, for nearly the end question, what is the current status for your music doing for CIG, especially in example for Squadron 42? Is this quite finished or still a lot to do?
Squadron 42 is a very large cinematic experience, and it's still being, I would say, designed, and it's already designed, but it's being polished, and once it is in a more advanced state, I will go at full speed ahead to score it. Right now we are still. I'm more in the generic Star Citizen. It's not generic, but not the storyline yet. So I'm doing more stuff for the game, but it's good because we are also testing the interactive music engine and possibilities, because and the implementation right now it's still very in the process, very in work in progress. But it's the CIG has a really large and great team. Everyone is extremely talented. I was amazed to see the work everyone has been doing. It's really incredible. So it will be a really extremely good. I'm sure of that.
Yeah, we hope so. We're all eager to see the result in the end.
Oh yeah, I'm sure everyone will love it. Chris this is this project is like the dream come true for Chris Roberts, and we are helping him making his dream come true. So
that's right.
this project will definitely not only finish and but also become one of the historical games of video games. In my opinion, it will be historical.
Oh, it is already now with all the
I think it's
groundbreaking thing he did already. It's already now historic in that case.
I think it's a bit historic, but when it's done, I think people will look at it, and I think that's how everyone is doing this game. They don't want it to just be a game. They want it to be a piece of art.
Correct. Yes.
So, just like Super Mario was a piece of art, this game will be a piece of art. So in 20 years, we'll look back and we will enjoy it for sure.
And still remember, yes, this is quite a big, ambitious game. Yes.
Yes, but I have no doubt that this game will be incredible. It's quite amazing, the talent of everyone that's working on, and above all, it's quite amazing the skills that Chris Roberts has. He's a really very intelligent person, and he's very skillful in just about everything. So that's this is not the case of a director that has no clue how things are done and just ask for things to be done.
So he has a clear view.
He has not only a clear view, but he knows how each thing is done. He knows about technology, programming, 3D, 2D, so he can really, direct things with a lot of detail and precision. It's not the kind of, a person that will definitely take this project really. He could take anything to a very large and big, could make anything really big. He's very talented.
Yes, in a really high standard.
Yeah, in a high yeah.
It's a new way to do games afterwards.
Yeah, it's a new game. I think it's a new way to make games with crowdfunding. But I'm glad it's crowdfunded because so with that he has time to do it properly and
Correct. And no push from behind as he every time mentioned it.
Yeah, and the problem is not the push because he's pushing everyone all the time. So the good thing about being crowdfunded is not only because of there is more time to do things properly, even though Chris Roberts is always pushing to have things sooner than sometimes it is possible, but uh, he he doesn't have to hear sometimes the things that are not very clear from publishers. Sometimes a publisher is doing he sees the project and he comes in and says, oh, I want more this or that because we think it sells more, and actually it's not very
helpful for the whole development afterwards, right?
Yeah, in the end, it doesn't help the game. They are the boss and they have to do it. But in this case, it's not the boss, it's actually the creator. So it will be exactly as he wants and not like some guy that is a businessman wants. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's really like that. Let's do the last break here for this interview and listen to more music for Star Citizen. And afterwards we continue with the last part of the enhanced evening with Pedro Camacho. and how it feels to be a part of that. To really be in there and do work for that. To know, okay, I really did something that is remarkable in that.
It's a big responsibility, but I'm not nervous. It's interesting. I don't feel nervous at all. I feel like, in fact, I feel very confident. I'm just trying to have fun and trying to push myself in every way to do better than I ever did. That's
For us players and gamers, every one of us has some dreams, be a part of that, and that's also the good thing on that whole project, Star Citizen in that case, that everyone can be a part of it. So that he invites us all to help, also in the pre-alpha stage, to make all the stuff and so on. Also, what I saw, that the one from the next great starship that he was doing, and now he's working at CIG itself. We saw the pictures.
Wow! It's amazing. Actually, the game is actually being done by everyone because everyone is crucial to this game. Because if without everyone, this game will never be possible. So this is in a way, everyone is part of it, if for real. For example, you taking your time to talk with me, you're helping the game. That's remarkable, and it's very important. I think that's what makes me more excited about. It's not about being part of a game that is really good. It is about being part of a game that is my dream as well, and the dream of many people like me. And that really makes it more scary in a way. Yeah, I in the start I was a bit more scared. I was a bit nervous if people will like it or not, the way I see the music or feel the music. But luckily, people have been embracing what I've done so far, and so it's actually has been very satisfying experience. The problem is that now I don't want to break anyone's trust, so I have to do better and better every time. That's my challenge,
and that's the bargain. Yeah.
yeah, that's my challenge.
So we hope this challenge will be not so big challenge for you, so that you are doing it well. So we're all hoping to see the result of that. And as already we can hear some tracks from you by the commercials and all the kind of stuff. Do you know maybe when the next part we can listen from a track from you? You know that maybe? So what will be used for the next commercial?
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I am composing, but I'm never very sure about when they will implement, because right now the game has a lot of things to be polished, and the music engine is for now is not the biggest priority, because it's there is not, we need to fix bugs in the game so the game is more enjoyable. And once we have the music engine working completely well, we will have much more music in the game, I believe. But I believe that for Gamescom there will be some new surprises. That's what I believe.
Yes. Oh, I will be also there. Yes, for sure.
That's good.
Also on the Friday evening on the Star Citizen event, running around with my microphone.
I would love to be there to meet you, but I'm not sure if I can be there, because there is so much to do, and if I go there, there's a lot of days without doing anything.
But let's see, from the last stretch goal, we enabled the new advertisements for what was it again? The Retaliator and another one.
Yeah.
So we see forward what kind of sound you will do for these parts.
Well, I believe that they are still producing one of the other commercials from from other ships. I'm not sure if they will stop the others and start this one, but I believe they will first finish the other ones and then come back for the ones that the players unlocked. If I am requested to do the music for that, I will try, as always, to do my best and try to make it sound unique and fun. I had a lot of fun with the freelancer commercial. That was really fun.
Oh, this was a really great one, especially also the more, how to say, Texas sound, so the trucker sound.
Yeah.
It fits really well to the transportation and the truck feeling, and so, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to be able to be a guy that's not from US and make like US like music, country music from US almost. That was fun. But I really liked it. I think it was a nice commercial.
Oh, it was nice, and it fitted very well.
It was a hard work for that one. Yeah, Chris Roberts had a very specific idea. He wanted to happen. So there were a lot of revisions. This was it's just a proof that he knows what he wants, and when it gets like he wants, it becomes very successful.
Wow. So how many revisions you had then to readjust the sound? So roughly.
Usually I do it at first or second attempt. It's sometimes third attempt. But in freelancer, I think I lost count. It was like, I don't know, 30 or something.
Wow, that's quite a lot, yeah. 30 times.
Probably because it was some music that was outside my comfort zone. Because, I'm a more orchestral guy, and this was, country music. But
you did it well.
I'm always talking like John Williams. John Williams once spoke about Steven Spielberg. Probably there would be another person that would be more suitable for this kind of commercial. But I am glad that Chris Roberts defied me to do it because if in a way, it made this commercial sound like from Star Citizen a little bit more, because at least that's what I believe. Since there must be some DNA from me, and that's inside it, and
yeah.
So I'm glad he invited me for that very different kind of sound. I never had that kind of music in my portfolio. But I think it went out in the end. It was good. I think it was good. I have something very interesting to show you.
Oh,
about that commercial. That commercial has my voice in it, and I will show you where.
Oh, that's your voice.
It has my voice in it, singing.
Okay.
Yeah, let me show you.
Yes, please.
They're award-winning color
Okay.
and shock-resistant construction, so whatever you put in here comes out the same way.
Okay, it's after this part. After this part, hear this part.
You got two Arc Duo 400 engines. They're award-winning
Okay, this has a lot of dialogue. Well, let me show you the music only from this part. So you heard that part?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I will show you just the piano and the voice of that part so you can hear. Loud open. My voice is there.
Yeah. Da, 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 da. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
Now, when
Yeah.
you know it exactly, you hear it directly. Yes.
Okay. And with the video?
400 engines. Their award-winning colloid ion technology gives you maximum fuel efficiency while keeping your sig low.
Okay. So that's it.
Yes, that's
It's
really, you see,
interesting.
that's great. You show it step by step, how it sounds clean from the beginning through all the steps till to the end. No, that's really
And
nice and interesting to hear.
usually people don't hear those details, but I like to put some of my voice in it, made it more personal.
The Alfred Hitchcock of the music.
Yeah, it's a bit more. It gives it a bit more personality, I think, more uniqueness.
That's great. That's great. So I think I would like to say that's
Okay, well,
really an enhanced evening. Yes.
enhance.
Was-
No, enhance. Well, it was very nice to me. I liked to speak with you. It's really, really good, and well, thank you for enjoying my work, and I hope that you enjoyed the next things I do.
Of course, this was really well, that interview, because I was really looking forward to it, and I'm really, really positively impressed about the interview. Yes, I didn't know that you will play also music in it live. In that case, this was really, really great. So more than I expected. That's why I'm
Oh,
more enjoyable.
about piano.
Yes, the piano and the strings you played before,
Ah, yes. Yes.
Ah, you forgot already. It was so
You-
by the way for you.
Do you want some more? You want to hear some more? Let me show you a little bit
For the
more.
end? Yeah, come on, let's play for the end something. I will enjoy that. I look forward to it. And thank you for that very
No,
nice evening.
my pleasure. It was really nice. Thank you very much for your time.